Hey, this is John Corabi, and you're listening to Heavy Mag. Turn it up.
Beautiful. John, thanks for joining us today, mate.
Thank you for having me, brother.
No worries, man. So we're here today to talk about your upcoming Australian tour, which you touched down in Australia in a couple of weeks for the Solo Acoustic shows. So what can we expect from this run of dates?
Just a little bit of everything. It's kind of a retrospect of pretty much my entire career. Stories, maybe some bad jokes, and
maybe,
yeah, just a very intimate, stripped down, no frills, just kind of, like I said, intimate storyteller. I used to do more songs, and then at the end of the night, I would sit there and wind up doing like almost interviews, like, hey, what's that song about? Or how did you write this song? Or how did you write that song? And so I figured, how can I incorporate that into the actual program? And it's so far so good, man. It's been really cool. Like a lot of, it's funny, a lot of the fans that I've done this for so far, they're like, man, I love your music, mate, but the stories are awesome. So it's just a fun thing. I don't even have a set list. I literally just go, I grab my guitar and I just kind of have fun with it. You know what I mean? So it should be cool. It should be a lot of fun.
So when you say stories, mate, like do you actually tell a bit of a tale about each song before you sing it, or do you go off into general stories about life on the road? And
a little bit of everything. There's stories in there. I've written some songs for like girls in my life, and I'll tell them a quick little anecdote about the girl that I wrote the song about, or I talk about a little bit about my meeting Motley Crue, and just the whole thing. It's like, and I try to keep it lighthearted and funny, so that it's not heavy, like, but, again, it's just a bunch of stories, certain songs. And then even some of the covers, I go, well, hey, when I was a kid, this song really meant something to me, and I'll play it. You know what I mean? So, it's just, like I said, a little bit of everything, very stripped down, intimate. And I've even had some of the fans, like here in America, somebody might yell up a question, and I'll sit and talk about that for a minute, or they'll yell out a song like, Union, October Morning Wind, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I haven't played that. Oh, but all right, let's give it a shot. So it's really loose. It's literally like sitting around a campfire with a couple hundred friends and just having fun.
So over the years, man, you've sung with bands like The Scream, Dead Daisies, Union, ESP, and of course Motley Crue. So are you going to have an even spread of songs from each, or are you going to sort of favour some over others?
No, I think it's pretty much spread across the board, evenly. And then again, like I said, there's a few songs that I have in my back pocket that I just grew up listening to, or that I liked. And I do some, like I said, do some covers as well. And there's sometimes there's a little story with them. So it's pretty even across the board with everything.
Mm-hmm. And look, the bands you played with, mate, like, of course, they're more of a collaborative effort, but for these shows, it's just you and your guitar, mate. Like, there's something pure and wholesome about that. Just one man, a guitar, and a microphone. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's funny. They're fun, and it's really intimate, which I think a lot of the, let's face it. I mean, I think any time that I've ever been on Australia, it's been, volume's been on 11, and it's been with a band. So you're always kind of hiding behind everything that's going on, the drums and the bass and the guitars and the volume. And the thing that I like about this is that it's just one guitar and one vocal, and everybody can really just sit and focus on the lyrics and the stories, and there's nothing to hide behind. So if I'm having a bad night vocally, you're gonna know it. And it's a bit of a challenge. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah. Is it actually more nerve-wracking going up there by yourself like that as opposed to being in a band situation?
A little bit, because again, there's no excuses. It's just me. And, like if it would have been the Dead Daisies or something, or ESP or Rat, they could go, oh man, Corabi was great, but God, that I mean, he sucked ass. Or now it's like there's nothing. It's just me, and so they can focus on Corabi's guitar playing, and they can focus on Corabi's vocals, and the third thing is Corabi's songwriting. And if you walk away from it and go, God, that guy sucked, that's it. There's no excuse. It's all air.
Yeah. And the press release calls you the mayor of rock and roll, mate, which is a nice title and well earned, mate. Like, I can't actually ever recall hearing or reading a bad word about you, which is fucking rare in this industry, mate.
Obviously, you guys don't know me well.
I haven't been reading the right books.
Now, you know what though, dude? Like, there's some people that come into this, and for whatever their reasons are, and they get caught up in I don't want to, whatever. They get caught up in the lifestyle. They get caught up in the trappings. They get caught up in the party atmosphere, like I said, the lifestyle. And I've never really been that guy. I mean, like, you got to understand that I got into this, 30 years or so ago. When I started playing music, man, like I was already married. I had a family. So I've always kind of the main thing to me was the music, the songs, like the lyrics, like that's it. That was all I was worried about. I was worried about putting on a good show. I was worried about looking as good as I can. Obviously, age catches up with all of us, but I've never really gotten caught up in the trappings and the lifestyle and the bullshit. And any time that I really kind of started getting maybe a little rock star-ish, I would just go home, and my kids and my wife kind of leveled me out. It was like, okay, take the trash out and put the kids to bed. and it really just kind of grounded me and kept me grounded.
All right, John, thanks very much for your time today, mate. It's been a pleasure speaking with you as per usual. The tour kicks off on June the 2nd at the Crowbar in Sydney. And for more information, tickets, or to find out what venues this tour is going to, check out www.silverbacktouring.com.au.